A senior leader of the Congress party and former environment minister in the UPA government has rebelled. In fact, she's pointed out that she was under pressure from Rahul Gandhi's office to give certain clearances in a certain manner. In fact, Jayanti Natarajan has stated that from a pro-environmental position, Rahul Gandhi changed his position, which was in favor of certain business houses, and emails had been received by her from Rahul Gandhi's office to take decisions in a certain manner. Jayanti Natarajan, who's likely to resign from the Congress party today, yet another leader rebelling against the Congress leadership, especially against Rahul Gandhi. And we do expect that later today at a press conference, she's likely to announce her resignation. Jayanti Natarajan was unceremoniously removed from the position of Environment Minister during the Manmohan Singh regime, and that is the reason she has stayed silent all this while, but now finally coming out and revealing details of why she had actually been removed and why she was being blamed for being the slowest minister in terms of giving clearances to various projects, clearly stating that she was under pressure from Rahul Gandhi's office for certain clearances. All this raises the questions both about Rahul Gandhi as well as about the Congress party. The questions for Rahul Gandhi really at this stage are whether he did interfere in giving clearances to certain projects through Jayanti Natarajan, which were the business houses that he wanted to favor, what were the projects that he was taking undue interest in. All of these questions really going out to Rahul Gandhi. Will he come clear now on what really he had stated? And the other question also coming out, if Jayanti Natarajan has the proof for all of this pressure, without which she clearly wouldn't go public. GVL Narasimha Rao of the BJP joins me on the phone line. GVL Narasimha Rao, what do you make of Jayanti Natarajan's latest statements? In fact, that puts the question squarely on the doorstep of Rahul Gandhi, whether he really did take interest in giving environmental clearance to certain specific projects, and which business houses was he really trying to favor at that point in time?
I think we wish Jayanti came up with these revelations much earlier, but nevertheless the revelations are very damning. It now shows there was a Rahul Gandhi tax that was being imposed on all projects for environmental clearances. The manner the projects were held up we had a motivation. I think another instance of I think UPA's corruption. And where can you actually extort money except when giving clearances for environmental clearances for projects? I think Jayanti Natarajan also needs to explain why she allowed herself to be used in this manner. I think the revelations are extremely damning, and we expect the Congress party, and particularly Rahul Gandhi, to address a press conference to give clarity on all these issues, because they've been holding PZs at press conferences at every drop of a hat over the last few months, as they don't seem to have any other work. And Rahul Gandhi is luckily currently in India. We've seen him over the last 2 days in India, and I think it's important that he comes before the people, before the media, and gives an account of why he was doing it and what was the corruption angle to the whole issue.
Well, GVL Narasimha Rao, the BJP in the past has raised the issue of Jayanti tax on environmental clearances. Now it turns out that there was a pressure from Rahul Gandhi coming in. How do you see now the onus shifting to Rahul Gandhi? And does this also raise questions about his own leadership as far as the Congress party is concerned?
No, that's why I referred to this as it should have actually been. We now know, I think, after these revelations, that this was actually a Rahul Gandhi tax. Rahul Gandhi's direct engagement with corruption of UPA, and possibly, and I can't think of any other instance where directly Rahul Gandhi was involved and dragged into any controversy, any corrupt scandal. But everyone knows that the corruption in UPA was the fountainhead of UPA regime. And the boss of the UPA regime was the mother and son duo, Sonia and Rahul Gandhi. And it's inconceivable that a government headed by a person like Dr. Manmohan Singh could indulge in 2G and coal scams because he simply did not have the authority to take any decisions. Obviously, all the decisions rested with the political leadership of the Congress party. I think this damning interview by Jayanti Natarajan, I think it completely exposes the corrupt face of the Congress leadership. If they do not come forward and explain, give their position, I think the country will consider the legacy of entire this dynasty to be steeped in corruption.
Thank you very much for joining us, GVN Narasimha Rao, with your first reactions on the greatest revelations coming in from Jayanti Natarajan. We'll go back to Arnab Goswami. We asked him questions on what he thought about this entire revelation by Jayanti Natarajan. Listen in.
It was around the 5th of November, Jayanti Natarajan drafted this letter, putting everything on record. Now, Navika, I think, as you very well know, Jayanti Natarajan is a trained lawyer. I do not think she would be making such explosive revelations unless she can back them with proof. I'm informed that she has the proof to back every single one of her claims. So if the Congress party decides to take her on, they should be very careful about it because they might end up embarrassing themselves even more.
That's right, Arnab. What we do understand is Jayanti Natarajan is in possession of some emails that have been sent to her from Rahul Gandhi's office, based on which some pressure had been put on her to really clear some environmental clearances in some of the projects that were from her ministry, the environment ministry that she was heading at that point in time. But the fact that she's come out and brought this entire issue out now, is there a reason why Jayanti Natarajan is doing this now? Do we understand that at some point or the other, as far as environmental clearances are concerned, the CBI could be questioning her, which is why she's brought this all out into the open right now, or no?
It's very possible that she realizes that the way things go, the entire question of culpability might now be brought out. But I think more than that, Navika, it is just frustration that is leading her on to do this. She's frustrated at the lack of response. The manner in which the Congress party responds has been very sluggish in this case. She probably had felt that even after taking so much flack on behalf of the Congress party, that she was treated unfairly. I think what really did it in was a removal as spokesperson and the lack of response between November and now. The letter, Navika, which is now going to be talked about in all national circles, is dated the 5th of November. It was sent at the end of November. The Congress party leadership made a sort of attempt to contact Jayanti Natarajan about mid-January. And even then it was done. The letter was shared with several of the top Congress leaders, and several top Congress leaders and others contacted Jayanti Natarajan and repeatedly asked her, are you going to do a press conference about this? So the Congress party leadership has been on the edge. Now, Navika, the reason all of this is happening is because the Congress party leadership and Sonia Gandhi knows this is going to be hugely controversial for Rahul Gandhi.